Hi, I'm so glad you're here. This is Melissa, and together let's find those grounding, magical moments in our lives that nourish our spirituality. Episode 13, When the Beauty of Nature Can Feed Your Belly. I've always had a big say on food and meals because I have many expectations and standards. When my boyfriend and I started camping together, we would have confusion over planning and assigning responsibilities. Later we found that it's because he sees camp food as mostly functional to be done simply, and I see it as the heart of an outing and put a lot of resources into it. Later, a lot recently, I tried for a few times letting go of control and noticed that the fulfillment of seeing beautiful landscapes, being outdoors, contributes to the fulfillment of my stomach. Who needs fancy meals when you can take in nature? Can this logic be true? I began to wonder if it could be. Food planning matters to me not only because I like eating. For example, when going into nature for hikes or trips, I think it's important that the food gives appropriate energy and nutrients for the activities, while being also appetizing and emotionally satisfying. I would want meats and fats and fibers and liquids. I want to prevent poop issues and sore throats from even happening. Also, I have an entire culture to back me up on food. There's a Chinese saying, eating is as important as the emperor himself. And you see, the standard Chinese meal is 3 dishes and soup, plus rice, and a lot of hot cooked food and cooked greens, things like that. All the Chinese dishes I love are hot cooked meals, and I think preparing food together is also an important part of it. So I didn't know how to compromise all this for the logistics of bringing such meals outdoors. And going on camping trips with friends in the past, we would bring pots and pans and ingredients to cook real meals. That would be our central group activity. So separately, later, as I discovered a desire for experience long times in nature, whether it's camping or like a trip, I realized not stressing over the logistics of cooking can really help me achieve that experience. Meal planning can take so much out of the piece that I think I want. So I tried out the simpler approaches that people have, and my boyfriend tried to supply the real food I like by investing in a cooler so we can bring eggs and milk and meat, things like that. On our trips, we've had homemade or store-bought cold food, or peanut butter jelly sandwiches, trail mix, or a combination of grocery that to me are just snacks, but gets the fuel and nutrients across. What I found was during the planning before and when I think back afterwards, the food is rarely a highlight. But at the time of being out there and eating, it's just like what many people say. Nature just makes any food more delicious. I didn't need more than what we had. And so I was lucky that in the past month, we were going out to the outdoors frequently. All these one-off experiences and compromises, and they start accumulating into sort of a lifestyle shift that I noticed. I notice it's become much easier for me to give up my full set of standards and routines. Although I still try to uphold a balanced diet, I definitely have less desire, for example, to go out to nicer restaurants or make more elaborate meals. These experiences fill out of the top seat in the category of fun and indulgence. So that's one thing. And also, it reminds me of how some people discuss the topic of making offerings to the gods, to nature, to the sacred. And so, in this episode, in my case, it's almost like I'm saying I'm sacrificing a feast for a simpler meal, and that is an offering. That seems a little ridiculous, but inside there's actually a valuable balance. Because in the past, I complained of not having enough simplicity when I go outdoors. And it turns out that I actually have to challenge myself to simplify in another aspect, in my case, meal planning, to receive simplicity in that aspect. And so different aspects of life, but they actually balance out each other, and so they're connected. This process of eliminating and simplifying highlights that I have to let go of control in something in order to experience something else deeper. It helped bring into focus what I wanted to experience, what I say I want to experience, and that I had to rearrange priorities and where I spent my energy. And now I just have to consider the possibility that beautiful scenery, beautiful nature has fulfilled me enough that my need for food has become simpler. I can spend less brain cells on one occasion and be happy in life. I can eat simpler meals on a daily basis and be happy in life. The energy spent on how I eat, where I eat, has become less of an indicator of good life and fun. And of course, I'm talking about the general, day-to-day meals. Because being able to enjoy nature more has brought emotional and physical fulfillment. This seems like a balance, a logic that feels kind of illogical to me, but the results have spoken for itself. That, in fact, they're striking a balance to make me feel equally fulfilled in my life. It hasn't changed much. And furthermore, what nature spirituality has taught me is that I don't need this shift or this change to be permanent to find value in it. Knowing that this could happen, this have happened, has created a deeper reverence to the sacred for me. And I give thanks to this new awareness. I don't know how this will last, how this will change, but I'm enjoying this discovery. And I hope you also find joy and abundance in your day. That's all I want to share for now, and I'll see you soon.